Imagine waking up every day feeling light, energized, and truly happy. Picture yourself facing life's challenges with a sense of calm and inner strength. This isn't just a dream. It's what happens when you heal your soul spiritually. Today, we're going to explore how you can transform your life by nurturing the deepest part of yourself. Get ready to discover the secrets to inner peace, joy, and a life filled with purpose. Spiritual healing isn't about fancy rituals or hard-to-understand ideas. It's simply about taking care of the part of you that thinks, feels, and connects with the world around you. Think of your soul as a garden. Just like a garden needs water, sunlight, and care to grow beautiful flowers, your soul needs attention and nurturing to flourish. When we heal our souls, we're really healing our whole selves. It's like fixing a scratch on a record player needle. Once it's smooth again, the music of our lives plays clearly and beautifully. Spiritual healing touches every part of our lives. How we feel when we wake up, how we treat others, and even how we see the world around us. Let's say you've been feeling down lately. Maybe work is stressful, or you've had an argument with a friend. These things don't just affect your mood, they can weigh on your soul. But when you start to heal spiritually, you might find that you bounce back from bad days faster. You might notice that you're more patient with others, or that you're able to find the good in tough situations. Spiritual healing isn't about changing who you are. It's about uncovering the best version of yourself that's been there all along. It's like polishing a mirror. The real you shines through more clearly. And the best part? Anyone can do it. You don't need special skills or knowledge. All you need is the willingness to look inside yourself and make some positive changes. Now, you might be wondering, does my soul really need healing? The truth is, we all could use some spiritual TLC from time to time. Life can be tough, and over the years, our souls can collect hurt, stress, and negativity, just like our bodies collect scrapes and bruises. Think about it this way. Have you ever had a day where everything seems to go wrong? Your coffee spills, you're late for work, and you snap at your friend over something small. On days like these, it's not just your mood that's off. Your soul is trying to tell you something. It's saying, hey, I could use some care and attention here. So how do you know if your soul needs some extra love? There are some signs to look out for. If you've been feeling lost or unsure about your life's direction, that's a big clue. It's like your inner compass is spinning and you can't figure out which way to go. Another sign is feeling constantly tired, even when you've had enough sleep. This isn't just physical tiredness. It's a deep, soul-level exhaustion. You might find yourself thinking, I just can't deal with this anymore, even about small things. Anger is another big sign. If you find yourself getting upset over little things, or if you're carrying around a lot of resentment, your soul might be crying out for healing. It's like a pot of water on the stove. If you let it boil too long without attention, it'll eventually boil over. Feeling disconnected from others is also a sign your soul needs care. Maybe you've stopped enjoying things you used to love, or you feel like you're just going through the motions in your relationships. This disconnect isn't just about other people. It's a sign you've lost touch with your true self. Lastly, if you feel a constant sense of emptiness or like something's missing in your life, pay attention. This empty feeling is often your soul's way of saying it needs nourishment. The good news is, Recognizing these signs is the first step towards healing. It's like noticing a plant's leaves are drooping. Once you see it, you can take action to help it thrive again. Now, here's the tricky part. Being really honest with yourself about how you're feeling. It's easy to brush off these signs to say, "Oh, I'm just having a bad day," or "Everyone feels this way sometimes." And sure, we all have our ups and downs, but if you're noticing these feelings sticking around for a while, it's time to take a closer look. Being honest with yourself takes courage. It means admitting that maybe things aren't as okay as you've been pretending they are. But this honesty is so important. It's like opening the curtains in a dark room. At first, the light might seem too bright, but soon you'll see everything more clearly. Try this. Take a quiet moment, maybe before bed or first thing in the morning. Ask yourself, how am I really doing? Don't judge your answer. Just listen to what comes up. You might be surprised at what you discover. Now that we've talked about recognizing when your soul needs healing, let's dive into one of the most powerful tools for spiritual health: self-reflection. Self-reflection is like looking into a mirror, but instead of seeing your face, you're seeing your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Self-reflection is simply the act of thinking deeply about yourself, your life, and your experiences. It's like being your own best friend and having a heart-to-heart talk with yourself. When you self-reflect, you're taking the time to understand why you feel the way you do, why you act the way you act, and what really matters to you. Imagine you're putting together a big jigsaw puzzle. Self-reflection is like taking a step back to look at all the pieces. You get to see how everything fits together, which pieces are missing, and what the big picture might look like when it's done. So why is self-reflection so important for healing your soul? Well, it's like cleaning out a cluttered closet. When you start, it might seem overwhelming. There's so much stuff in there, and you're not sure where to begin. But as you go through everything piece by piece, you start to see what you want to keep, what you need to let go of, and how to organize things better. Self-reflection helps you understand yourself better. Maybe you've been feeling angry a lot lately. Through self-reflection, you might realize that your anger isn't really about the small things that set you off. It's about feeling unappreciated at work. Once you know that, you can start to address the real issue. It also helps you recognize patterns in your life. You might notice that you always feel down around the holidays, or that you tend to push people away when they get too close. Seeing these patterns is the first step to changing them. Now, self-reflection doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need any special equipment or training. Here are some simple ways to get started. Journaling. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can be incredibly powerful. Don't worry about perfect grammar or spelling. Just let your thoughts flow onto the paper. You might be surprised at what comes out. Quiet time. Set aside a few minutes each day for quiet reflection. This could be right after you wake up, during your lunch break, or before bed. Just sit quietly and check in with yourself. Ask yourself questions. Try asking yourself things like, what made me happy today? Or, what do I wish I had done differently? These questions can lead to valuable insights. Talk it out. Sometimes, speaking your thoughts out loud can help you process them better. You can talk to a trusted friend, or even just to yourself when you're alone. Reflect on your day. Before you go to bed, think back on your day. What went well? What didn't? How did you feel? This nightly review can help you learn from each day and prepare for a better tomorrow. When you practice self-reflection regularly, you're giving your soul the attention it needs to heal. It's like watering a plant. With consistent care, it will grow stronger and healthier. Through self-reflection, you might realize that you've been holding on to old hurts or fears that are holding you back. Once you see these clearly, you can start to let them go. It's like finally putting down a heavy backpack you've been carrying for years. Suddenly, you feel lighter and freer. Self-reflection also helps you connect with your true self, the person you are beneath all the roles you play and the expectations others have of you. When you're in touch with this authentic self, you'll find it easier to make decisions that align with your values and bring you true happiness. Remember, self-reflection is a skill that gets better with practice. Don't worry if it feels awkward at first or if you're not sure you're doing it right. There's no wrong way to reflect on your life and experiences. The important thing is to keep at it and to be kind to yourself in the process. As you continue to practice self-reflection, you'll likely start to notice changes in how you feel and how you interact with the world around you. You might find yourself feeling more centered, more aware of your emotions, and better able to handle life's ups and downs. This is your soul healing, growing stronger and more resilient day by day. Now that we've explored the power of looking inward through self-reflection, let's turn our attention outward to one of the most powerful sources of healing available to us: nature. There's something truly special about spending time in the natural world that can soothe our souls and help us find peace. Have you ever noticed how you feel after a walk in the park or a day at the beach? There's often a sense of calm, a feeling of being refreshed and renewed. This isn't just in your imagination. Nature really does have the power to heal our souls. When we connect with nature, we're reminded that we're part of something bigger than ourselves. The problems that seem so overwhelming indoors often feel smaller under the open sky. It's like nature puts things into perspective for us. Being in nature also helps us slow down. In our busy lives, we're always rushing from one thing to the next, but nature moves at its own pace. The trees don't hurry to grow. The rivers don't race to reach the sea. When we spend time in nature, we're reminded that it's okay to slow down, to take our time, to just be. You don't need to plan a big camping trip or hike a mountain to connect with nature. There are simple ways to bring more nature into your everyday life. Take a walk. Even a short walk around your neighborhood can help. Notice the trees, the sky, the birds. Feel the breeze on your skin. Sit outside. Spend a few minutes each day sitting outside. It could be in your backyard, on a park bench, or even just by an open window. Bring nature indoors. If you can't get outside, bring nature to you. Get some plants for your home or office. Watching a plant grow and caring for it can be very healing. Watch the sky. Take a moment to look up at the sky each day. Watch the clouds move. See how the colors change at sunrise or sunset. Garden. If you have the space, try growing some plants or vegetables. There's something deeply satisfying about nurturing life from a tiny seed. Nature sounds. If you can't be in nature, listen to nature sounds. There are many apps and videos that provide soothing nature sounds like rain, ocean waves, or bird song. There's something about being in nature that seems to awaken our spiritual side. Maybe it's the beauty of a sunset that fills us with awe. or the intricate design of a flower that makes us marvel at the wonders of life. Whatever it is, nature has a way of connecting us to something greater than ourselves. In nature, we can find metaphors for our own lives and spiritual journeys. A seed breaking through the soil can remind us of our own strength and resilience. A river flowing around obstacles can teach us about adapting to life's challenges. The changing seasons show us that life is always moving, always changing, and that difficult times will pass. Nature also provides a perfect setting for mindfulness, the practice of being fully present in the moment. When you're walking in a forest or sitting by a stream, it's easier to let go of worries about the future or regrets about the past. You can focus on the here and now, the feel of the earth beneath your feet, the sound of the wind in the trees, the warmth of the sun on your face. This connection with nature can be deeply healing for our souls. It can help us feel grounded when life feels chaotic. It can bring us peace when we're stressed or anxious. And it can remind us of the beauty and wonder of life when we're feeling down. To really harness the healing power of nature, try making it a regular part of your spiritual practice. Here are some ideas. Nature meditation. Find a quiet spot outdoors and practice meditation. Focus on the natural sounds around you, the feeling of the air on your skin, the scents in the air. Gratitude walk. Take a walk and focus on feeling grateful for the natural beauty around you. Notice all the little things: a beautiful leaf, an interesting cloud formation, a colorful flower. Tree hugging. It might sound silly, but hugging a tree can be a powerful experience. Feel the solid strength of the trunk, the rough texture of the bark. Imagine drawing energy and stability from the tree. Earthing. This involves walking barefoot on natural surfaces like grass, sand, or soil. It's believed to help you absorb the earth's natural energy. Nature journaling. After spending time in nature, write about your experiences. What did you see, hear, smell, feel? How did being in nature affect your mood or thoughts? Remember, there's no right or wrong way to connect with nature. What matters is that you're taking the time to step outside, to breathe fresh air, to remind yourself that you're part of this beautiful natural world. As you make this connection a regular part of your life, you may find that your soul feels lighter, your mind clearer, and your spirit more at peace. Nature has been a source of healing and spiritual connection for humans throughout history. By tapping into this ancient wisdom, by allowing ourselves to be nurtured by the natural world, we open ourselves up to profound healing and growth. So step outside, breathe deep, and let nature work its magic on your soul. In our journey of spiritual healing, we now come to one of the most powerful yet challenging aspects: forgiveness. Forgiveness might seem simple on the surface, but it's a deep and transformative process that can truly free your soul. At its core, forgiveness is about letting go. It's about releasing the anger, hurt, and resentment we carry towards others or even ourselves. Imagine you're holding onto a hot coal, intending to throw it at someone who hurt you. Who's getting burned while you hold on to it? You are. Forgiveness is like finally opening your hand and letting that coal drop. It's important to understand that forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting what happened or saying that it was okay. It doesn't mean you have to become best friends with someone who hurt you. Forgiveness is about freeing yourself from the burden of negative emotions. Holding on to anger and hurt is like carrying a heavy backpack everywhere you go. It weighs you down, makes every step harder, and keeps you from fully enjoying life. When you forgive, you're putting that backpack down. Suddenly, you can stand taller, breathe easier, and move forward more freely. Forgiveness isn't just good for your soul, it's good for your whole body. Studies have shown that people who practice forgiveness often have lower blood pressure, less anxiety and depression, and even a stronger immune system. It's like your body sighs with relief when you let go of old hurts. But perhaps the biggest benefit of forgiveness is how it changes your outlook on life. When you're not weighed down by old grudges and resentments, you're more open to new experiences and relationships. You're able to see the good in people more easily. Life becomes brighter and more hopeful. Now, forgiveness isn't always easy. Sometimes it can feel like the hardest thing in the world, but like any skill, it gets easier with practice. Here are some steps to help you on your forgiveness journey. Recognize your hurt. The first step is to acknowledge that you're hurt. It's okay to admit that someone's actions or words caused you pain. Recognizing this is the starting point of healing. Decide to forgive. Forgiveness is a choice. You might not feel like forgiving right away, and that's okay. But making the decision to work towards forgiveness is a powerful first step. Try to understand. This doesn't mean excusing bad behavior, but try to see things from the other person's perspective. Maybe they were going through a tough time, or perhaps they didn't realize how their actions affected you. Understanding can make forgiveness easier. Release the emotions. This is where the real work happens. Allow yourself to feel the hurt, anger, or sadness, and then let it go. You might find it helpful to write a letter that you don't send, expressing your feelings, or to talk it out with a trusted friend. Practice saying, "I forgive." Even if you don't feel it fully yet, try saying, "I forgive you," out loud. You can say this to the person if it feels right, or just to yourself. Over time, your feelings will often catch up with your words. Remember, forgiveness is a process. It might not happen overnight, and that's okay. Be patient and kind with yourself as you work through it. While we often think of forgiveness in terms of forgiving others, one of the most important and sometimes most difficult forms of forgiveness is self-forgiveness. We can be our own harshest critics, holding on to guilt and shame for years over past mistakes or perceived failings. Forgiving yourself follows much the same process as forgiving others. Recognize where you're being hard on yourself. Understand that everyone makes mistakes. It's part of being human. Choose to let go of self-blame and treat yourself with the same kindness you'd show a good friend. As you practice forgiveness, both of others and yourself, you'll likely notice a shift in your overall well-being. The energy you once spent on maintaining grudges and reliving old hurts can now be directed towards more positive pursuits. Your relationships may improve, and you might find yourself feeling more at peace with the world around you. Remember, forgiveness is not about changing the past. It's about changing your present and your future. It's a gift you give yourself, a key step in healing your soul and living a fuller, more joyful life. As we continue our journey of spiritual healing, we come to two powerful practices that can transform your daily life: mindfulness and meditation. These ancient techniques have gained a lot of attention in recent years, and for good reason. They offer a way to find peace and clarity in our often chaotic world. Mindfulness is really just a fancy word for paying attention. It's about being fully present in the moment, aware of what you're doing, thinking and feeling without getting caught up in judgments or worries. It's like turning the spotlight of your attention onto your current experience. Imagine you're eating an apple. Usually, you might munch away while scrolling through your phone or watching TV, barely noticing the taste. But if you eat mindfully, you'd focus on the crunch of each bite, the sweet tart flavor, the smooth skin and juicy flesh. You'd be fully present with the experience of eating that apple. Mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind or stopping all thoughts. It's about noticing your thoughts and feelings without getting tangled up in them. It's like watching clouds pass across the sky. You see them, but you don't try to hold on to them or push them away. Now, meditation is like a workout for your mind. Just like you might go to the gym to strengthen your body, meditation strengthens your ability to focus and be mindful. There are many different types of meditation, but at its core, meditation is about training your attention. One of the most common forms of meditation is focused attention meditation. This is where you choose something to focus on, often your breath, and gently bring your attention back to it whenever your mind wanders. It's like training a puppy to sit. Every time the puppy gets up, you gently guide it back to sitting. Over time, the puppy learns to stay, just as your mind learns to stay focused. Another type is open monitoring meditation, where you pay attention to whatever comes into your awareness, thoughts, feelings, sensations, without getting caught up in them. It's like sitting by a river, watching leaves float by on the surface. You see each leaf or thought as it passes, but you don't jump in after it. Let's try a simple meditation exercise right now. Don't worry about doing it perfectly. The goal is just to give it a try. Find a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Take a few deep breaths, letting your body relax with each exhale. Now bring your attention to your breath. Notice the sensation of the air moving in and out of your body. When you notice your mind has wandered, and it will, that's normal, gently bring your attention back to your breath. Try this for just 5 minutes to start. That's it. It might seem simple, but this basic practice can have profound effects over time. Regular mindfulness and meditation practice can bring some amazing benefits to your life and your spiritual healing journey. Reduced stress. Both mindfulness and meditation have been shown to lower stress levels. It's like turning down the volume on the constant chatter in your mind. Improved focus. Just like any skill, your ability to focus gets better with practice. Many people find they can concentrate better at work or school after starting a meditation practice. Better emotional regulation. Mindfulness helps you notice your emotions without getting swept away by them. This can lead to more balanced emotional responses in daily life. Increased self-awareness. As you spend more time observing your thoughts and feelings, you'll likely gain insights into patterns in your thinking and behavior. Enhanced well-being. Many people report feeling happier and more content with regular mindfulness and meditation practice. Better sleep. By calming the mind, these practices can help you fall asleep more easily and improve sleep quality. The great thing about mindfulness and meditation is that you can practice them anywhere, anytime. Here are some ways to incorporate them into your daily life. Start small. Begin with just 5 minutes of meditation a day. You can gradually increase the time as you get more comfortable with the practice. Use guided meditations. There are many apps and online resources that offer guided meditations. These can be helpful when you're starting out. Practice mindful activities. Try bringing mindful attention to everyday activities like eating, walking, or even washing dishes. Focus on the sensations and experience of the activity. Take mindful breaks. Set reminders to take short mindfulness breaks throughout your day. Just pause for a moment to notice your breath and your surroundings. Be kind to yourself. Remember, the goal isn't to have a perfectly clear mind. It's normal for thoughts to come up. The practice is in noticing them and gently returning your focus. As you incorporate mindfulness and meditation into your life, you may find that they become powerful tools in your spiritual healing journey. They can help you stay grounded in the present moment, rather than getting caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. They can help you approach life's challenges with more calm and clarity. Remember, like any skill, mindfulness and meditation take practice. There will be days when it feels easy and days when it's a struggle. That's all part of the journey. The important thing is to keep coming back to the practice day after day. Over time, you'll likely notice subtle shifts in how you approach life, a little more peace, a little more awareness, a little more connection with your true self. This is the essence of healing your soul. As we continue our journey of spiritual healing, we come to an often overlooked but crucial aspect, our environment. The people, places, and things we surround ourselves with have a profound impact on our spiritual well-being. Just as a plant needs the right soil, sunlight, and water to thrive, our souls need a nourishing environment to heal and grow. Think about how you feel when you walk into a cluttered, messy room versus a clean, organized one. Or how your mood changes when you're around negative people compared to positive ones. Our environment, both physical and social, can either drain our energy or recharge it. Our surroundings don't just affect our mood in the moment. They shape our thoughts, beliefs, and even our sense of what's possible in life. If we're constantly surrounded by negativity, it's like wearing tinted glasses that make everything look gloomy. But when we create a positive environment, it's like opening the curtains and letting the sunshine in. Let's start with your physical space, your home, your workspace, even your car. These are all areas where you spend a lot of time, and they can have a big impact on your spiritual health. Here are some ways to create a more positive physical environment. Declutter. Go through your space and get rid of things you don't need or love. Clutter can weigh us down emotionally, making us feel stuck or overwhelmed. Clearing it out can be incredibly freeing. Bring in nature. Plants aren't just pretty. They can actually improve air quality and boost your mood. If you don't have a green thumb, start with something easy like a pothos or snake plant. Use color. Colors can affect our mood. Consider painting a wall or adding accessories in colors that make you feel good. Soft blues and greens can be calming, while yellows and oranges can be energizing. Create a sacred space. Set aside a small area in your home for meditation, prayer, or quiet reflection. It doesn't have to be big. Even a corner of a room can work. Let in light. Natural light can boost your mood and energy levels. Open your curtains during the day, or if natural light is limited, consider using full spectrum light bulbs. Surround yourself with inspiration. Display items that inspire you, photos of loved ones, artwork that moves you, quotes that motivate you. These serve as daily reminders of what's important to you. Now let's talk about your social environment. The people we spend time with have a huge impact on our spiritual health. Here's how to cultivate more positive relationships. Seek out supportive friends. Spend time with people who lift you up, who encourage your growth, and who you feel good around. These are the people who celebrate your successes and support you through challenges. Join like-minded communities. Look for groups or communities that share your interests or values. This could be a spiritual group, a book club, a volunteer organization, or any group where you feel a sense of belonging. Limit time with negative people. Sometimes we can't completely avoid negative people, especially if they're family members or coworkers, but we can limit our time with them and set healthy boundaries. Be a positive influence. Remember, you're part of other people's environments too. By choosing to be positive and supportive, you create a ripple effect of positivity around you. Practice compassion. Even when dealing with difficult people, try to approach them with compassion. This doesn't mean accepting bad behavior, but rather understanding that everyone is fighting their own battles. Nurture important relationships. Put effort into the relationships that matter most to you. Regular check-ins, acts of kindness, and quality time together can strengthen these bonds. In today's world, we also need to consider our digital environment. Social media, news sites, and other online spaces can have a big impact on our mood and outlook. Here are some tips for a more positive digital space. Curate your social media. Unfollow or mute accounts that consistently make you feel bad, and follow more accounts that inspire you or make you smile. Limit news. Consumption. While it's important to stay informed, constant exposure to negative news can be draining. Set boundaries around when and how much news you consume. Use technology mindfully. Be intentional about your screen time. Use apps that encourage positivity or personal growth, and set aside times to disconnect completely. Engage positively online. When you do interact online, try to spread positivity. Share uplifting content, offer genuine compliments, and engage in constructive conversations. As you start to create a more positive environment, both in your physical space and in your relationships, you may notice some amazing changes. You might feel more energized, more optimistic, more creative. You might find it easier to stick to positive habits or to work towards your goals. But the effects go beyond just you. When you surround yourself with positivity, you become a source of positivity for others. Your good mood might lift up a friend who's having a bad day. Your organized, peaceful home might inspire a visitor to declutter their own space. Your kind words online might encourage someone else to spread more kindness. Remember, creating a positive environment is an ongoing process. It's not about making everything perfect, but about consistently choosing what nourishes your soul. Some days it might be easier than others, and that's okay. The important thing is to keep making choices that support your spiritual health and well-being. By consciously shaping your environment, your physical space, your relationships, and your digital world, you're creating fertile ground for your soul to heal and grow. You're building a life that supports your highest self, one small choice at a time. And that, in itself, is a beautiful act of spiritual healing. As we continue our journey of spiritual healing, we come to a crucial aspect that can truly transform your life: daily spiritual practices. These are simple, consistent actions that you can incorporate into your everyday routine to nurture your soul and keep your spiritual growth on track. Think of these practices as daily vitamins for your spirit, small doses of nourishment that add up to big changes over time. You might be wondering, why do I need daily practices? Can't I just meditate once a week or go to church on Sundays? While those are certainly valuable spiritual activities, there's something special about daily practice. It's like the difference between watering a plant once a week and giving it a little water every day. Consistent, small actions often lead to more sustainable growth than sporadic, larger efforts. Daily practices help anchor us in our spiritual journey. They provide a sense of routine and stability, something to return to even when life gets chaotic. They're also a way of affirming our commitment to spiritual growth every single day. Each time you engage in your practice, you're essentially telling yourself, my spiritual well-being matters, and I'm choosing to prioritize it. The beauty of daily spiritual practices is that they don't have to be complicated or time-consuming. Here are some simple practices you can start incorporating into your life. Morning gratitude. Start your day by listing 3 things you're thankful for. This could be as simple as a warm bed, a cup of coffee, or the sound of birds singing. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to the abundance already present in our lives. Mindful breathing. Take a few moments throughout the day to focus on your breath. Even just 3 deep, conscious breaths can help center you and bring you back to the present moment. Evening reflection. Before bed, take a few minutes to reflect on your day. What went well? What could you have done differently? What did you learn? This practice helps you process your experiences and grow from them. Affirmations. Choose a positive phrase or statement that resonates with you and repeat it to yourself daily. For example, I am worthy of love and respect, or I trust in the journey of life. Affirmations can help rewire negative thought patterns over time. Acts of kindness. Make it a point to do one kind thing for someone else each day. It could be as simple as holding a door open, giving a sincere compliment, or sending an encouraging text to a friend. Sacred reading. Spend a few minutes each day reading from a spiritual text, inspiring book, or uplifting blog. This can provide daily inspiration and food for thought. Nature connection. Take a moment each day to connect with nature, even if it's just looking out the window and noticing the sky or feeling the breeze on your face. Now, you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but how do I actually make these things a habit? Here are some tips to help you establish and maintain your daily spiritual practices. Start small. Don't try to incorporate all of these practices at once. Choose 1 or 2 to start with and gradually add more as you feel ready. Link to existing habits. Try attaching your new practice to something you already do every day. For example, you could practice gratitude while brushing your teeth or do mindful breathing before each meal. Set reminders. Use your phone or sticky notes to remind yourself of your practice until it becomes second nature. Be consistent. Try to do your practice at the same time each day. Consistency helps form habits more quickly. Be patient and kind to yourself. Remember, it takes time to form new habits. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just start again the next day. Track your progress. Consider keeping a journal or using a habit tracking app to record your daily practices. Seeing your progress can be very motivating. As you start incorporating these practices into your daily life, you might not notice dramatic changes right away. That's okay and completely normal. Spiritual growth, like any kind of growth, often happens slowly and subtly. But over time, you may start to notice some shifts. Maybe you find yourself reacting more calmly to stressful situations. Perhaps you're more aware of the beauty around you, or you feel a deeper sense of connection to others. You might discover that you're more in tune with your intuition, or that you're better able to align your actions with your values. These changes may be small at first, but they can add up to significant transformations in your life. It's like compound interest for your soul, small, consistent investments that grow and multiply over time. Remember, the goal of these practices isn't to achieve perfection or to have some kind of spectacular spiritual experience every day. The goal is simply to show up for yourself and your spiritual growth day after day. It's about creating a life that nurtures your soul, one small action at a time. As we come to the end of our exploration of spiritual healing, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've taken together. We've delved into the power of self-reflection, the healing energy of nature, the liberating force of forgiveness, the transformative practices of mindfulness and meditation, the importance of creating a positive environment, and the impact of daily spiritual practices. Each of these aspects plays a crucial role in healing and nurturing our souls. Like different instruments in an orchestra, they work together to create a harmonious and fulfilling spiritual life. Remember, healing your soul is not a destination, but a journey. It's not about reaching a point of perfect enlightenment or constant bliss. Instead, it's about developing a deeper connection with yourself, others, and the world around you. It's about growing in awareness, compassion, and inner peace. Be patient with yourself. Spiritual growth takes time. There will be ups and downs, moments of clarity, and periods of confusion. That's all part of the journey. Be kind to yourself along the way. Stay consistent. The power of these practices lies in their consistent application. Even on days when you don't feel like it, try to maintain your spiritual practices. Often, those are the days when you need them most. Remain open and curious. There's always more to learn on this journey. Stay open to new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. Let your curiosity guide you to deeper understanding. Connect with others. While much of spiritual work is internal, connecting with like-minded individuals can provide support, inspiration, and new insights. Consider joining a spiritual community or sharing your journey with trusted friends. Integrate your practices. As you become more comfortable with these different aspects of spiritual healing, look for ways to integrate them into your daily life. Let self-reflection inform your interactions with others. Bring mindfulness to your time in nature. Let your daily practices infuse every aspect of your life. Trust the process. There may be times when you feel stuck or unsure. Trust that these are also part of the journey. Often, periods of apparent stagnation are actually times of deep, unseen growth. Celebrate your progress. Take time to acknowledge how far you've come. Celebrate the small victories, the moments of insight, the times when you chose love over fear or peace over conflict. As you move forward from here, consider choosing one aspect of spiritual healing that resonates most strongly with you right now. Maybe it's developing a daily meditation practice, or perhaps it's working on forgiveness. Whatever it is, commit to focusing on that area for the next week or month. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to spiritual healing. What works for one person may not work for another. Feel free to adapt these practices to fit your own beliefs, lifestyle, and needs. The most important thing is that they feel authentic and meaningful to you. Healing your soul is one of the most important and rewarding journeys you can undertake. It's a journey that can transform not only your own life, but also positively impact the lives of those around you. As you heal and grow, you become a source of light and healing for others. So take a deep breath, open your heart, and step forward on this beautiful path of spiritual healing. Trust that you have everything you need within you to heal, grow, and thrive. Your soul is resilient, your spirit is strong, and the journey ahead is filled with potential for joy, peace, and profound transformation. May your path be blessed, your heart be open, and your soul shine brightly as you continue on this incredible journey of spiritual healing. Remember, every step you take towards healing your soul is a gift not only to yourself, but to the entire world. Your healing journey matters, and the world is better because you're on it.